No other product reflects American cultural identity as well as Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is more than a drink, it's a cultural icon. It is documented that Coca-Cola is the second most widely understood term after the word okay, and more than 1.7 billion Coca-Cola products are consumed every single day. But how has it become such a staple in American and by and large global culture? It all goes back to its long history in marketing. In 1886, former Confederate colonel and pharmacist John Stitt Pemberton finished developing the first non-alcoholic cola syrup, a formula containing cola nuts and cocaine that was meant to cure headaches. His partner Frank M. Robinson developed the name for this formula, Coca-Cola, and the Spencerian script still used on the bottles today. In 1888, Pemberton sold the rights to Coca-Cola for $1,750 and dies. Later that year, businessman and pharmacist Asa Griggs Candler gains ownership of the rights in the company, marking the start of the Candler era in which he transformed the once obscure tonic drink into America's first national beverage brand. The Candler era was marked by a massive three-pronged awareness strategy based on object branding, print advertising, and mass sampling that marketed Coca-Cola as both a soft drink and a lifestyle. In the period between 1890 to 1920, Candler launched massive coupon campaigns in which 1 in 10 Cokes were given out for free. Teams of traveling salesmen regulated the pharmacy soda fountains and gave the first barrel of syrup for free to skeptical pharmacists. In these formative years, the Coca-Cola logo was placed everywhere. You could buy a Coca-Cola clock, Coca-Cola calendars, Coca-Cola posters, Coca-Cola urns, Coca-Cola pencils, you name it. Candler hired wall dogs who painted the Coca-Cola logo on buildings and barns across the country. Thus, the Coca-Cola company quickly transcended from being a simple pharmaceutical product to a cultural lifestyle. The degree to which Coca-Cola spent on advertising, from $11,000 in 1891 to over $100,000 in 1902, reflects the Gilded Age's transition to an industrial, consumer-based economy. Coca-Cola also went through an evolution of slogans. In 1906, Coca-Cola's slogan, "The Great National Temperance Beverage," reflected a time when the US was veering from alcoholic beverages and prohibition movements like the Anti-Saloon League were reaching their peaks. In this period, Coca-Cola engaged in the earliest forms of celebrity endorsement, partnering with Broadway stars Hilda Clark and opera singer Lilia Nordica, which marked the beginning of celebrity endorsements in American advertising. Their refined images and fashion reflected American beauty standards centered on Victorian formality and the excess and opulence of the Gilded Age. Coca-Cola's successful celebrity campaigns during the Candler era created a precedent for companies to leverage public figures via marketing campaigns and transform their products into recognizable cultural symbols. And now, we're in the 1930s, in which we see Coca-Cola Santa Claus, a rather jolly figure in such a depressing time. I wonder why he's always wearing red. And now, we're in the 1940s. Similar to the rest of the US, Coca-Cola reoriented itself towards the war effort by directly shipping whole bottling plants onto the front lines. Coke dispensers were installed in tanks, aircrafts, and even submarines. And Coca-Cola president Robert Woodruff pledged to provide Coke to the military for a nickel, regardless of the costs to the company. The ads in this era, often featuring happy American troops beside the Coca-Cola symbol or holding Coca-Cola bottles, appealed to the overarching ideals of intense patriotism in World War II era US. By cleverly supplying troops with its product, Coca-Cola was essentially making itself a symbol of US morale. We are now entering a period of globalization, starting with the Cold War that takes place immediately after World War II. This period was defined by the containment policy of Americanization, fittingly nicknamed Coca-Colonization, which saw the globalization of American products such as Coca-Cola. Although Coca-Cola's post-war expansion into foreign markets was interpreted as US imperialism in many places, Coca-Cola's renowned Hilltop ad in 1971, taking place during the heat of the Vietnam War, featured people of different backgrounds singing together on a hill. The ad reflected many American sentiments of the desire for global peace and unity, and tapped into the era's counterculture movement and longing for an end to conflict. Ignoring the New Coke disaster, we are now entering the era of the internet and hyperinformation. One of the most successful marketing campaigns of this period was the Share Coke campaign, in which people printed out names on bottles and shared photos online. Coca-Cola's implementation of user-generated content reflects the change in social behavior among American citizens into online mediums. Ultimately, marketing is about delving into the psychology and mindsets of people. Looking at Coca-Cola is important for understanding the changes in US culture and how a company can leverage culture to come out on top. Coca-Cola's ad campaigns not only revolutionized the field of marketing, but made the drink inseparable to American culture. Coca-Cola's ads through the Gilded Age and Progressive era, World War II and the Cold War, and post-Cold War years reflect the evolving ideals of the American people in politics.